Lightspeed Spanish, podcast number 14. And this is for absolute beginners, and we are dealing with the time.
The time.
La hora. Cintia, ¿qué tal?
Muy bien. ¿Cómo estás tú, Gordon?
Hoy estoy súper bien,
Wey.
¿sabes? Fantásticamente bien. Y
¿Por qué estás fantásticamente bien?
porque hace buen tiempo y estoy contigo, Cintia.
Oh.
Sí. Bien. Okay, so the time. Learning to talk about the time. What are the basic fundamentals of talking about the time in Spanish, Cynthia? Is it the same as English?
No.
No.
No, it's not. Well, in previous podcasts we
Mhm.
talked about the difference in the timetables, which is important as well. But in this one, just to say the time, and to ask for the time. To ask for the time,
Mhm.
we say ¿qué hora es?
Okay.
So we don't say what time is it,
Is it?
we say what hour
What hour is
is
it?
it?
¿Qué hora es?
¿Qué hora es?
¿Qué hora es? Okay.
Now, okay, if there are two beginnings for
Mhm.
the answer, either es la una
Mhm.
with times related to 1, so 1:15, 1:45, 1:30, okay?
Mhm.
So es la una and then whatever. Or son las. Son
Okay.
las for the rest of the times, like 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, okay?
Okay. So es la una translates it's the hour.
Is the
Of
one
one.
is 1 hour and then
Yeah.
whatever. I will talk about
Yeah.
this.
Mhm.
And it's always feminine with the time. That's why we say es la una,
Okay.
because we're talking about hour,
Mhm.
hora, or son las 3, son las 4.
Okay.
Now imagine if you've got the sphere. Do you call it sphere?
Yeah.
The watch?
The
Esfera?
the circle.
Okay, the
clock.
circle.
The clock. The clock.
Okay, if we've got the circle here, let's do 1/4, which would be here, yeah,
Mhm.
this 1/4. That is y cuarto. Y cuarto.
Y
I've
cuarto.
got a system going.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm following you.
So y cuarto. 1/2, which is when the long, what do you call it? Hand.
The long hand.
Hand, the long hand. It's here. It's y media. Y media and half.
Mhm.
Okay. If it's 1/4, which would be here, we say menos cuarto, minus a quarter.
Mhm.
And o'clock is en punto. What we have to know is in Spanish we say first the hour and then the minutes to the hour. Okay? Unlike in English,
Mhm.
where you say first the minutes and then the hour.
1:10.
Yeah, you say 10 minutes past 1.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
So we use two words. We use either and when it's from o'clock to 1/2.
Mhm.
So any minutes from there will be and, the hour and extra.
Mhm.
Or the word menos, which is minus,
Mhm.
which will be the minutes to the following
The
hour.
next hour.
The next hour.
Yeah.
So for example, if I say it's it's 2:10, for example. Now we've said before that the time, we said first the hour and then the minutes.
Mhm.
So we would say it's 2:10.
Mhm.
Okay, so that will be son las 2:10.
Mhm.
Okay, give me another time.
Okay, so
Anything.
3:20.
3:20. Okay, so it's 3 and 20 minutes. Okay,
Mhm.
So we would say son las 3:20.
Okay. Now, so anything on this side of the half an hour
Yeah.
is the hour and.
And, yeah.
As
This
soon
part
as,
is and.
as soon as it crosses over the halfway point, now something happens and everything's shifted round to the following hour. So what would be 20 minutes to 4?
Okay, well, it's the same in English. We would
Mhm.
say 4 minus 20.
Yeah.
So, son las 4 menos 20.
So it's the hours of 4 less 20. Basically, that's what you're saying. Okay. Okay. So just to review, Cynthia, if I've understood you, we've got en punto,
Yes.
o'clock.
Mhm.
We've got y cuarto, quarter past.
Sí,
Y media,
sí.
half past. And then menos cuarto,
Menos cuarto.
quarter to, less a quarter. Okay. Brilliant.
So, for example, other things. Things to remember. So, if it's 1
mhm.
or something to 1 or something
Mhm.
past 1, it would be es la. The
Okay.
rest of the hours son las.
Okay.
If it's not exactly, for example, when you say, oh, it's about 4,
Mhm.
okay, you can say son las 4:05. 4 and a bit.
Okay. Y
Las
pico.
4 y
What's a
pico.
pico in Spanish?
Un pico. Do you know what I picture? Do you know the bread?
The bread, the end of the bread.
The end of the bread. It's like a little.
It's the hard bit at the end of the bread, you know.
And pico is also a beak.
A beak.
But y pico is and a little
A
bit.
little bit. Yeah. Mhm.
Or for example, if it's 23 minutes past 4,
Mhm.
so it's not exactly 20 minutes.
Mhm.
You can say son las 4:23,
Mhm.
very precise. O son las 4:20 pasadas,
20 pasadas. Yes, I've heard that a lot.
for example.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Something I'd like to add to this. In the phrase son las dos, okay, the las is referring to las horas
Mhm.
because horas are feminine. Yeah. I've had a lot of students who have done this son las dos horas, they say, and that's a redundant use of you don't need to put horas at the end because the word las is kind of saying las horas, yeah? So son las dos, that's it, it's 2 o'clock, okay?
Yeah, we don't tend to say horas, the word horas.
No. Entonces, Cindia, ¿qué hora es?
Son las 12 menos 10.
Ah, menos 10.
Menos 10 pasadas, ¿no?
¿No? Sí.
I can't see mine because I don't
Menos
have
10
menos 10 pasadas.
Okay. Now, the other interesting thing I think about time is that, for example, midday, midnight have their own name, don't they?
Okay.
And what are they?
Well, at noon
No? Uh-huh.
is mediodía.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's 12 at night? What do you call it?
Midnight.
Midnight, of course. What would we say?
Medianoche.
Medianoche.
I'll keep you
Yeah.
right, Cynthia. I'll keep you right. She's
Jesus.
been in England for 2
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
I forget things now.
Okay. So,
Mediodía, medianoche.
now when you say it's midnight, do you say son or es?
Es mediodía
Es mediodía.
and es
Es
medianoche.
medianoche. So it's just treated as a single. Yeah.
Although I would say son las 12.
You would.
And that's the problem that we have, because we say son las 12 de la mañana when it's afternoon.
Ah, right.
Do you remember? We
Yeah.
talked about that. So we say it's 12 in the morning, when in here it would be 12 in the afternoon.
That's right. Because of the time, it's interesting that, just to finish, because of the time difference, the way that Spanish people view morning and afternoon. Afternoon starts after lunch, between 2 and 3 o'clock. So I heard somebody say, I think it was a couple of times before when I was in Spain, somebody said, son las 2 de la mañana. And I was thrown completely. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me, being an English person. And I was kind of thrown, what do they mean 2 o'clock in the morning? Have I ended into a time warp or what?
For 2 de la mañana, if somebody said that to me, I would think of 2 in the morning, really, instead of 2 in the afternoon. But 12, definitely, we still say good morning at 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, we say 12 de la mañana, even though it's 12 in the afternoon.
12 in the afternoon.
And 12 de la noche for the night,
Yeah, we
for
would
12
say
at
the same.
night.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the time. Again, there'll be some tests and a lot more information in the help sheets. Hope that's been helpful for you, and we'll see you in the next podcast. Hasta luego.
Adiós.
Adios.